Former Georgian President, Mikheil Saakashvili, flashes a victory sign after he was freed by his supporters in Kiev. Reuters A man exercises in a park on a winter morning in Kolkata, India. Reuters A supporter of Salvador Nasralla, presidential candidate for the opposition alliance against the dictatorship, puts a balloon on the shield of a soldier in a protest while the country is still mired in chaos over a contested presidential election in Tegucigalpa, Honduras. Reuters A man dressed as Santa Claus skis down a mountain during the St. Nicholas Day at the Alpine ski resort of Verbier, Switzerland. Reuters A nurse takes blood for a HIV test for French President Emmanuel Macron as he visits the Delafontaine Hospital on World AIDS Day. Reuters an activist pours gasoline as an effigy of President Rodrigo Duterte and U.S. President Donald Trump burns during a protest action against Duterte's plan to set up a revolutionary government, along a street in Metro Manila, Philippines. Reuters South Korea's Hyunmoo-2 missile is fired during an exercise at an undefined location in the east coast of South Korea. The Defense Ministry Yonhap via Reuters people fall as police fire tear gas to try control the crowd trying to force their way into Kasarani Stadium to attend the inauguration of President Uhuru Kenyatta in Nairobi. Reuters Rohingya refugee Amina Khatun, 55, rests at the bank of the Naf River after crossing it on an improvised raft to reach Bangladesh. In Teknif, 2 of her sons were killed by gunfire when her village was attacked by Myanmar military, she says. Reuters Mount Agung volcano is seen spewing smoke and ash in Bali. Emilio Cosmafloyd via Reuters A Pakistani protester throws a tear gas shell bag towards police during a clash in Islamabad. Getty images Zimbabwe's former vice president Emmerson Mnangagwa arrives ahead of his inauguration ceremony to be sworn in as president in Harare. Reuters comrades of missing crew members express their grief after the Argentine Navy announced that the sound detected in the missing submarine search is consistent with an explosion. AFP former Bosnian Serb military chief Ratko Mladic shouts at the presiding judge during the verdict hearing in his genocide trial. In The Hague, Netherlands, EPA people and soldiers celebrate after the resignation of Zimbabwe's president, Robert Mugabe. Getty Israeli security forces carry away an ultra-Orthodox Jewish demonstrator as they disperse a protest against Israeli army conscription in Bnei Brak, a city near Tel Aviv. Getty participants crossing the Jiaozhou Bridge as they compete in the 2017 Qingdao International Marathon on the sea in Qingdao, in China's eastern Shandong province. Getty women shout pro-freedom slogans as people carry the remains of Mujiz Mir, a suspected militant who, according to local media, was killed in an encounter with the Indian security forces in Zakura during his funeral in Srinagar. Reuters Danish Ismail riot police use stones to disperse the convoy of Kenyan opposition leader Raila Odinga as they attempt to access the Uhuru Park grounds upon his return. Reuters Donald Trump has awkward water bottle moment at the White House while talking about his latest overseas trip in Asia. EPA military vehicles and soldiers patrol the streets in Harare, Zimbabwe. Reuters Philemon Bulawayo, an Iranian boy, rides a bicycle through the rubble from damaged buildings in the town of Sarpol Sahib. A 7.3 magnitude earthquake left hundreds killed and thousands homeless 2 days before. Getty images Gianluigi Buffon reacts during Italy's World Cup qualification match against Sweden. He retired from international duty after the Azzurri failed to go through. Getty people hold placards demanding the return of Lebanese Prime Minister Saad Hariri from Saudi Arabia during the annual Beirut International Marathon. EPA Polish nationalists light flares as they take part in the March of Independence 2017 in Warsaw. EPA testers rally near the U.S. Embassy in Manila to protest this weekend's visit of President Donald Trump. Shiite faithful pilgrims gather between the Holy Shrine of Imam Hussein and the Holy Shrine of Imam Abbas for Arba'een. A woman wearing a scarf to cover her face looks on as she waits for a passenger bus on a smoggy morning in New Delhi, India. Air pollution reached unprecedented levels in the city, prompting the government's Central Pollution Control Board to recommend emergency-free public transport. Reuters Russian soldier stands in line at a military parade that marks the anniversary of the 1941 parade, when Soviet soldiers marched towards the front lines of World War II, at Red Square in Moscow, Russia. Reuters A Houthi follower emerges from a gap in a flag as he attends a rally to show support to the Palestinians in Sana'a, Yemen. Reuters riot police run past an excavator. During a demonstration against open-cast brown coal mining of Garzweiler, northwest of Cologne, Germany. Reuters protesters at a climate demonstration prior to the UN climate change conference COP23 in Bonn, Germany. EPA. The first customer shows his new iPhone X after buying it at an Apple store in Beijing, China. Reuters. Demir Sagolj, South African opposition party economic freedom fighters members danced during a demonstration to express their solidarity with the Palestinians in front of the Embassy of Israel in Pretoria. Today is the 100th anniversary of Britain's Balfour Declaration, which helped lead to Israel's creation and the Israel occupation of Palestine. Up Getty near the Parliament building in Athens, Greece. Petgirl holds a placard reading, "Where is my mother? Where is my father?" Some refugees have announced a hunger strike, as they seek reunification with family members in Germany. Reuters. August Constantinidis. Authorities investigate the pickup truck and scene of a terror attack in downtown New York. EPA. An officer carries a school girl away from continuing battles with police and protesters in Kenya. EPA. Rohingya woman washes clothes in a stream at Palonkali refugee camp near Cox's Bazar, Bangladesh. Reuters. Adnan Abidi Day of the Dead parade, Mexico City. Rex features